Hello friends, hope everybody's doing well. Okay, so this is the 69 Gravely LI. It's the intermediate speed tractor. This is the tractor that's on my YouTube logo and my stickers also. I sent the picture of the tractor. I sent what I wanted done, like the background and the writing on the sticker and everything, and I sent it to Scotty Daniel, and he designed a really great sticker that I think, that's my personal opinion, and the logo. And he didn't want anything for it, but I sent him a 1/4-inch Craftsman socket set. I just sent him something. I sent him a gift. Trying to send money to the UK I was going to send them money, but it was easier to just send them the tool set. Alright, so let me just give you a little bit of a history with this. When I got the tractor, it was a rust bucket. It didn't have a hood on it. It doesn't have the right hood on it, but I had this sloped hood, and I sanded everything down to the bare metal, and then I primed it and I painted it and everything like that. Okay, so when I first put this thing together, I got it to start, but it was smoking and backfiring like crazy. I just dug up the video. I made a video on that, so I'll pin that video down in the comment section. And I still laugh when I watch it. It's good for a laugh. But when I took the top half of the engine apart, I didn't do a valve job. I didn't even measure the cylinder or hone the cylinder or anything. I just threw a set of 5,000 over rings in it, and I put it together and I adjusted the valves and all that, and it seemed to run pretty good, you know. But now I noticed last year I started it up off camera because I had the tractors out here and I just wanted to run it. It seems to be running really rough. So this tractor was originally supposed to go to a Gravely dealer. I won't mention his name, but he wanted to display it in the showroom. And what happened was during the COVID, I mean, he had orders for like 0-turn Gravely's and other Gravely equipment, but Gravely couldn't fill his order. You know, he ended up having to close the doors. I felt bad for him. He goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't buy." I said, "Don't be sorry about that. I felt bad enough that he had to close the doors, you know, because he had more or less of a mom and pop Gravely dealer." But without any more talking, I'll set the camera up. I just put some gas in it. It had no gas in it. And we'll see. I'll start it up. We'll see exactly what it's doing, and we'll have to figure out whether, hopefully it's not the engine. Maybe it's the carburetor, needs to be cleaned, or it has an ignition problem. I really don't know. So let me set the camera up. Yeah, I'll set the camera up and we'll give it a cold start. This thing, I noticed though, likes to kick back on you when you go to start it. If you think it hurts, you know, when you have a mower that has a sheared flywheel key and the kickback on that, you haven't felt anything till you feel a kickback on this. So I'm probably going to I'm definitely putting my gloves on for when we go to start this thing up. So let me get the camera set and we'll try to give it a cold start. I'm just putting my gloves on. I tried the tractor once before I restored it and I got it running right, and I tried it in a little field. There's a whole bunch of videos on this. And then after it was restored, I just tried it once, mulching leaves on it, so it doesn't get really any use. But okay, so the engine does feel kind of tight. I got it choked, about half throttle. This tractor doesn't have a governor either, so let's see what we get out of it, if anything. Sounded like it almost wanted to do something. If this is going to take too long, I'll just shut the camera off and then I'll come back to you. camera around to the muffler. It sounds like it's popping more than anything. Maybe you could hear it. It seems like after it warms up, then it's really running bad. I remember the last time I started it, it had a little bit of old gas in it. I ran it out of the old gas when I put it away that last time I started it up. So I put it away empty. So maybe it was gas. I'm not sure. So I'm gonna pause you. And I'm gonna just let it run and see how it runs. It seems to run good. I'm sure the little field here needs a good cutting, so maybe we'll just try it out in the little field and see how it does. Alright, so I just got off the throttle. I brought the throttle down to idle and it stalled. So let me try to get it started again. I think we'll begin by doing the carburetor adjustment on it, so I'll get set up for that and I'll be back. Okay, so we'll begin by taking the air filter off. Good idea to check that too. Doesn't look like any critters got in here or anything like that. Air filter's not the best in the world, but I don't have one for it. This is like a Kohler air cleaning system it's got on it. Like the older ones, you've seen me service the oil bath air cleaner systems that are placed down in front of the engine here. Alright, so far I might be in your way a little bit. So we're going to begin by taking the idle mixture adjustment screw out. I already checked to see how far out it was from being seated, and it was like one turn out. Yeah, it's going to be hard to get out of. I don't remember what I had to do with this carburetor. I don't know if I had to take it apart to clean it out, or I just cleaned it out the way we're going to do it now. I don't remember. Who could remember? Alright, this has a spring on it. And, be careful you don't lose anything. I got a pan down here right now. Okay, so we got that out. And then you have your high-speed adjustment. You don't have to worry about the adjuster because it's one assembly here. And that's like a 1/2-inch wrench you're going to use. Take that out. And there's a O-ring gasket on here. It's like one of those paper ones, so just make sure you don't lose that. Gas looks clean from what I could say here. Well, we just put gas in it, so it should. I don't know if that gasket stuck here. It's on here. Yeah, it's on here. Okay. Alright, so the next thing we'll do is we'll take the bowl, the carburetor drain bolt out. We'll take that out. I'm hoping it's just a carburation problem here. And that I use a 1/4 inch drive, 7/16 socket to take the bowl drain bolt out. Now I'm going to have to move the camera. I don't want to go too far away with you here. I may be in your way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some brake clean and I'm just going to spray in the idle jet where the idle jet screw was in there. I'll spray some down in there, and the high speed adjustment, assembly adjustment. Did that sound right? I don't know. I have to get a longer tube to put on this. It's really too short, but let's see what we can do here. My eyesight's still not the best, but I could get away with doing stuff now, I guess. I'm having trouble with this. I gotta get a longer straw on this stupid can. I can't get this thing in here. Alright, let me see if I can get into the other jet here. I think I'm in. Maybe not. You gotta get it in just right into the straw. Yeah, I think I got it. You can see it coming out of the drain hole here. Alright, so off camera, I'm just going to shoot some brake clean down into the idle jet screw, and then I'll probably go over going into the main jet adjustment there, and then I'll just put it back together. I'll throw the air cleaner on it. We'll start it up, see how it runs then, and then I have to put the hitch ball on for the sulky. I have to put that on, and we'll hook up the sulky. We'll take it out into the field. I did check the oil, make sure the oil was full, and it was, because this had an oil leak once. I remember we changed the oil pump seal, which is like the rear main seal on these. We did that in a video, and a whole bunch of other stuff that I can't even remember anymore. But let me just finish cleaning this thing up again, and I'll put it back together. See you in a couple of seconds. I'll probably be set up to go out into the field, so the next thing you'll see is we'll try to cut some grass with this, see how it does out there. When I put it all back together, the tractor does absolutely nothing. I pulled the spark plug out. It was dry. I put some 2-stroke mix in the spark plug hole. Nothing. Does absolutely nothing. So now I'm checking it for spark. Maybe that was the problem to begin with. Maybe it was something going on with the points or something, why it wasn't running right. I don't know. But I'm just going to do it this way. I have no help, so I'm going to have to look back on the video to see if this thing was sparking or what. I think it was, because I think I felt the spark go right through me. Alright, let me go back and take a look at the video here. And I'll take a look. It sure felt like spark. I wasn't holding the spark plug like you should, so don't do that. Whatever I do, don't do it. Like stupid stuff like that. I have the spark tester on it, as you could see. Let's give it a try and see what happens here. You ever think to yourself, I should have just left it well enough alone and tried a carburetor adjustment? See, it does absolutely nothing. Could have weak spark. I don't know. Give it one more try. I have another Magneto. We'll take it inside. I'll do it inside, and I'll use my lamp to see what I'm doing. I'll take the points out and clean them. It's got to be spark. I mean, I did everything that you should do. You know, primed it and everything. I don't know, you guys might have saw a spark on the spark tester. I don't know how well that spark tester is. It's one of those Harbor Freight ones. And I think I had trouble with that once. See, it does absolutely nothing. So I think we're looking at points. Bad points here. So we're supposed to get some bad storms this afternoon. It's still morning. It's starting to cloud up. So I'll just do the best I can here with this. I'm going to have to dig the other Magneto. I have the extra one that needs to be gone over. So we'll do that in the meantime. So I'll see you back soon. Alright, so I just took the Magneto off the tractor instead of bothering with that other Magneto. And all I'm going to do is I had to take this cover off. It has a gasket. So I took that off. There's 4 screws. So what I did was I just stuck the screwdriver in there to hold the points open here, and then we're just gonna go back and forth with the sandpaper in here and hope for the best. This usually does the trick. Me, I get fussy, and then what I do is I take the points out and I really clean them good, but this should be good enough. What's the matter, Pablo? You hungry again? Yeah? Alright, I'll give you some more to eat. I think this should be enough. My hands are probably in the way, but like I said, I just held the points open with the screwdriver here on the plastic part. Between the plastic part and the cam here. So, alright, so you've probably seen it 100 times. There's 2 bolts that hold this thing on. Just make sure you get the tractor to top that center, and then it'll click, and make sure you pass that click. Otherwise you'll be fighting the spring and the Magneto to get the Magneto back on right. But there's videos on that. But we're going to try to rush this and get this thing running and see how it runs finally. So I'll be back to you soon. Okay, so I got it all back together. So one thing you want to remember to do is if you clean points in anything, always make sure that you check the point gap, because sometimes you get a case where the points are closed and then they won't spark. I forgot to check the point. I forgot to gap the points, but I think it'll be all right. If it still doesn't start, then we know why. But let's try it again. Alright, so I choked it. I gave it like half throttle. And I'm taking the chance here, choking it. I'll turn the gas back on if I didn't already. And we'll see if she fires off. I might have to move it just a little bit here so I don't kick the camera. I got Pablo the cat over here. He's just rolling around hitting the tripod, but he's not moving it. Right, buddy? Yeah, he's such a good boy. He'll run off if this thing starts. Alright, let's give it a go. Now you're going to have to back off here or you're going to get wet. Pablo, come on. Come on, you're taking up everybody's time here. Pablo, come on. I'm going to have to move him somewhere if I can. Come on, you may get wet. Here. Thank you. Good boy. Still nothing. This is funny. I don't understand this. I don't get this at all. Yeah. This is when you like to have electric start. I have no idea how many times I pull start this already. No, nothing. Shut the choke off. Having trouble with anything that's orange, like that Husqvarna Nightmare lawnmower. It just wants to do something. It could be flooded because I had the choke on. Maybe I shouldn't have. I'll give it some throttle. With the choke off. The gas is turned off. I don't know whether I should turn it back on now. What do you guys think? Wish you could answer me right away. Try to get this done quick. See what it's doing? Could be that it is a little flooded. I'll shut the gas back off. I'm smelling gas. It's being that it wouldn't start when it wasn't getting spark. We probably most likely flooded it. Maybe I'll pull the plug out and just blow it off. Yeah, it was flooded. It was flooded. I'll turn the gas back on now. I think it's raining already. I think I may just put everything away except this tractor, and we'll go out in the field and cut with it if it'll run. Something's going on with the carburetor. That's for sure. Maybe a needle and seat sticking. Give it a couple of taps with the hammer. That's what I mean by I might have should have left it well enough alone with the carburetor here. So much for this being a quick video, that's for sure. I'll try it on choke. Shut the choke off. I don't know if it's flooding, starving for gas, or what. We'll give it one more try, and then I'll have to investigate some more. I'll take the drain bolt out of the bottom of the carburetor and see what's going on here. I had to think on the cold start today, where did it start? First pull, second pull, whatever, but it started up pretty quick. And now we have all these problems. I don't know. Yeah, it's starving for gas or something. Maybe the points were okay. I don't know. These are the mysteries you are up against when you're doing small engine repairs. Some of the mysteries, anyway. Alright, we got nothing going on here. I do have the gas. Yeah, it's on. And there's gas in it. Alright, let me come back to you. Let me see if I can figure this stupid thing out. I'll let you know what's going on. Okay, so I took the drain bolt out of the carburetor there, and the gas is just trickling out. So I checked the vent on the gas cap. That seemed to be clear. So I just blew through the, I blew into the gas tank, and I started getting a good stream of fuel coming out the bottom there. Then I put the bolt back in, and then it started up. Let's see if it starts now. And I'll meet you out in the field. I know this is going to be a long video. I'll try to edit it the best I could here. Alright, so I'll meet you out in the field. The grass is high and wet, so I hope we don't stall it. Because this has no governor, so let's give it a whirl. This has the cable throttle. I might have to tighten something up because it wants to start racing. So I just shut it off. Alright, so the first pass I made was in low gear. And then the rest of the time I was in high gear. So that's the intermediate speed Gravely there. And it did good. I don't know if I'm going to trust it after what we went through with the fuel. Now the petcock on there is not in use anymore. It has an inline filter and I have the shut-off valve there. I don't know if I ever took the screen. I usually rip that screen off that goes into the tank on the fuel tap. I don't know if I did that, but it seems to run really good. I'm surprised that I just was guessing with the rings. I just threw 5,000s over rings in it and it worked. It was fine. So if you want to have a laugh, I'll pin that video up to where when I first got it running, the smoking and the backfiring and everything. And I think I mentioned I'll do the best I can to edit this video. I know it's going to be a long video. Thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you all on the next one, and take care.